Hey crafty friends, welcome back to the Old Paper Lady. I'm Lori. If you're new here, welcome. And thank you all for hanging in there with me for the last couple of weeks while I've been sick off and on. Didn't put up a few videos this week. I've got pleurisy, which is fluid on my right lung. I woke up Tuesday. I had to go to work a short afternoon shift. I come home, started, just not feeling well, just kept feeling, cold and achy, just not feeling well, couldn't, get my breath that good. Went and worked Wednesday night, was up all night long, started have a breathing fit, couldn't get my breath. Inhaler wasn't working, couldn't cough up the phlegm, just was not doing good. Wound up in the hospital Wednesday night, Thursday morning, and they gave me a breathing treatment. They gave me some kind of high-powered antibiotic in the IV, and then I was in there for quite a while. I wound up left Thursday morning around 9-ish, 9:30, and they put me out of work till Monday. So I'm doing a little better. I can breathe without feeling like I'm getting stabbed in my chest, or in my side anyways, like, where my lungs at. So I sat here this evening because I was like, going stir crazy. Because when they give you steroids, you got the jerks. You can't do nothing but just, and it's helping me, but it also makes me anxious, so that, But, so I sit here, finished up my ephemera for both my journals. I got all my ephemera done for the second one. I got the ephemera done for the first one. Went through, I've cut my papers and inked my journal covers up. Then I was going through and I started just to start working on my covers. And I was like, you know what, I'm going to turn this video on. Make me a video, shoot. Because, I'm not able to get up and down much because I get short of breath fairly easy. But I am doing better. And then my voice goes hoarse. From time to time I have to get a drink. But other than that, I'm okay. So, I made with some scraps that were like tinier bits, or I couldn't make, a pocket or a tag out of them. I just made some collage boards, master boards, just in case I need any more ephemera once we get in here and get this done. So I did that. I got most of my stuff picked up. I still have my cut aparts out and ready if I need them. So, I still have my fall working stuff here. What I want to do today is I want to work on my journal covers. I'm going to get those done. I'm going to give you the measurements on it. This is, a 12 by 9 manila envelope. I glued the front shut. I inked around them. So these are cut. This is some of that paper we got from Hobby Lobby in that big sale pack for $3. And so that's going to be my inside cover pieces. So I just cut them like 1/8 of an inch down. So it's 5 7/8 wide by, I think it was 8 7/8 tall. And I'm going to do that for the covers on in both of them. And I think that'll go down pretty good into the middle. Leave us room where we can get our thread through and still have a really pretty cover on the inside. And then the outside pieces, this is a piece of the, she had horizontal pages, and then she had like the journal pages, then she had just the horizontal papers like this. So I thought I would just cut those, put that on the back, because that's going to strengthen the cover up. So I put one of those on the back. this is going to be the cover of one of the journals. And we're going to put these leaves around this. I was looking in here because I had, there were orange and the wood grain Happy Fall from Hobby Lobby last year in a pack. So I have, and see, I inked that so you can tell the difference. That's why I saved the one. And I'm going to put this on my altered book cover. So that's why I saved that, so you could tell the difference. I inked it, and like I said, half of them were orange, half of them were the wood grain. So I just inked that up to put it on this one. And then this is going to be the front on this one. And then this will be the back of that. And the insides are the same. So that's what I'm doing here. Because I said that would go pretty there, like that. And I wanted it inked up. I have, my daughter has all kinds of acrylic paints, and I don't paint like that. You know, I play with paper. So that's where I'm at. So now I'm going to go ahead and glue my, I'm going to do my back cover first, do the inside covers, flip it over and do the front. Then we'll put our leaves on. Also, another reason, I didn't really want to come on and do a video for a couple of days. Just, I'm going to be honest with y'all. The situation in my state is not being truly broadcast and put on the news. And it's bothersome. It really is. And there's not really a whole lot other than on my mind to talk about than that. And I really don't want to talk about that on a public platform. I do appreciate any and everyone that has donated and sent anything that they could to my state. My baby sister is, well, she goes to college in, like the baby. I have two sisters. One's like 3 years younger than me, and the other one is, she's 18 and in college, and she goes to college in Hickory. And she's been home for most of the week this past week because they had canceled classes, you know, due to non-power. And she's leaving Monday to go back to classes. You know, we're country girls. You know, our daddy didn't have boys, so you know he raised us as be tomboys to defend ourselves and be ready with your head on a swivel. So you know, fairly confident she can take care of herself if there were to be a situation of you know, so-called looter-ish stuff, which you know, if people are doing that, that's awful. It's a special place for them kind of people in a situation like this. Now, I mean, I don't know if it's looting to steal or if it's looting because you know the people that's not in that home or what have you, and you're just trying to, you know, fend for yourself and see what you can get for yourself to survive. I mean, you know, because it is full-on survival mode. And that's just all there is to it. The people up there are just in full-on survival mode. But she's okay. Her area was okay. Not, you know, a whole lot of flooding and that in her immediate school area. A lot of the situation there, ooh, I tore that, in her area was trees down, power lines, you know, stuff like that. So she came home for the week just until, you know, they could get the situation at her school power back on, some trees and that cleaned up, and, you know, that type of thing. Now, I do have a uncle on my dad's side that was married to his sister, my aunt. He was in Trap Hill. And as of now, he has power back at his house, and he is doing okay. Other than that, that's about all the immediate family that we have involved in the situation. A lot of friends and family around our town are loading up, heading out with donations of all kinds of sort, volunteering. I mean, we have people taking their own personal trucks, trailers, horse trailers, whatever they can fill up and haul stuff with from our area down there. Because, like I said, you know, Elkin is, you know, like 20 minutes from our town, and that's where the flood started and rolled on down the hill. It rolled on down, you know, that way. Yadkin River Valley was flooded really bad in the town of Elkin. The whole town of Elkin was flooded. And now it'll start flooding when it gets up to, well, is it? I think they said 18 feet when it starts getting out of the banks. Well, it got, well, it's a low-lying area at a park. It just kind of goes off into the river like a little beach area. But it's normal. I think they said before flood stage is 18 feet, which it is already out of the banks into the park area, but not, you know, considered significant flooding until it's getting up above 18 feet. So it crested, Yadkin River did, in 24.11 inches in Elkin. So therefore it inundated Main Street, downtown Elkin. The library, the ball field, below the high school, and all of that. So that is the closest damage of flooding type stuff to me. Now as far as like trees being down and everything, like I said, on our side of town this time, we fared fairly well with the flooding situation and trees being down on our side of town. So, but yeah, I just, I really don't want to get into, you know, because I know there's going to be, you know, some person that thinks they can come on, make a comment on my channel about politic mess, this, that, and other. It's not about politics, which, you know, it kind of is, but now's not the time for that mess, you know. The people need help. That's what time it is. The people need help. So that's all I'm going to continue to say at this point in time. I don't know. It is a dire situation. I mean, just awful situation. And that, from, like I said, all the way from Wilkesboro down to Cherokee County. I mean, I don't know the county names. I know city names, you know. Even like the Biltmore Village that everybody goes to at Christmas time, it was devastated. Now Biltmore Estate, they said it fared fairly well, but the village town down around where you would go stay at Biltmore, if you were to go stay there, it was fairly hard hit. Now, you know what I didn't do was I didn't put my ribbon ties on there. That's okay. I think I'll be all right. If I need to, I can make I can make one that would go around it later if I needed to, and that would be fun. But I just want everybody to know that, you know, it does affect you seeing it all the time, you know, because we have a lot of, or I have a lot of time on my hands at the moment, because, yeah. And then I've been watching, oh, don't tell me that's glued on there. Shooey, I thought I couldn't glue that up. But see, like, there's the back side of that. So I just inked it up with my stuff. And I like using Faber-Fix, because you can glue these, you can get Faber-Fix at Hobby Lobby. It's a little different than Fabri-Tac, I have found out. So when you do with these wood veneer things and the plastic sticker bits, like some of the ones I was using to decorate up my tags and pockets and such, this works on all of that. So that's why I'm liking the Fabri-Fix. So it'll glue these wood veneers and all of that down fairly well. I want to put that kind of right there. And then I'm going to put my my leaves around that. Not a bunch, you know, just a few here and there. But, yep. I think that's going on. I think the cover will be prettier than the actual inside of the journal itself, to be quite honest with you. I can't cough that. I can't laugh that good. But yeah, oh, I like that. I like that a bit. So I'm thinking when I sew my journal in, I'll take this ribbon and you know how I hinge it. And then we'll use that as our tie. That one's small enough you can loop it around your hinge piece here where you do your signature sew in. You can loop it around it and tie it, and it still be attached to the journal, but not, you know, underneath here. I forgot that when I was yet-yakking. But yeah, I do want to thank any and everyone who has sent donations or what have you to our area or any of the areas, Florida, Georgia, South Carolina. There, you know, we're not the only ones affected, but just the situation there of just the whole towns. I mean, you know, other areas have flooding and that, but I mean, this is just whole towns, just people gone. Just whole towns washed away. It's just a sad, sad situation. But I think my dad, he ran a load of supplies. The church asked him to drive a diesel truck that had a trailer attached to it. They asked him if he would mind driving it because they didn't have enough drivers. They had trucks, they just didn't. They had trucks and trailers, but not enough people that had driving with a trailer experience. Does that make sense? So he volunteered. They called him and asked him would he mind driving a load down Monday. They were supposed to have left out again today to drive a load down. And so he did that. Took it down and dropped it off, and then come back, and they were supposed to gather up another load. Whoopsie. The church was supposed to gather up another load and got it together. So then he told him he wasn't going to be able to drive today because he was just tired and wore out from where he had drove the other day. Well, which, you know, Daddy's older fella, and he has a lot of health issues himself, so he told me, he said that he'd probably try to see if he couldn't drive a couple loads next week if I needed him. That's where he'd be if they continue to let them bring stuff and donate it. He said they were taking stuff to the local churches down there instead of dropping them off at any FEMA type situation. They were just taking them to the local churches in the area. He said that they thought that would be the better bet to do. So that's what they were doing. I don't want to cover up the tree limbs, so I'm trying to make, you know, one layer out from the tree, just kind of like so, and then I'll come in and put a few in here on top just to make it look a little more natural looking. But I think this is going to turn out to be super duper pretty. And like I said, I was just sitting here finishing up some stuff, and got to the point of where I was like, you know, this is pretty much to the point that I want to put it together. So, and then my dog's barking. We have humongous deers in our yard. The deers are in rut, and if you all are not from the country and you don't know what that means deers are in mating season. So we call it the reindeer. Like, no lie, his antlers, like his head is, I mean, they are huge. Like, it looks like human arms sticking out from this deer's noggin. And then there's a smaller buck, and that one, he has like 12 or 14 points. We took pictures of them last night. Me and my daughter did. They were out in the yards. We throw apples out, and have a corn feeder out here attached to the pine tree to feed them. And they come all season long in our yard. And so we were out there last night taking pictures of this humongous buck, and they were 2 does, which is like a female deer, and the buck is a male deer. And so there was a small buck. Now, mind you, the small buck was an 8-point buck. That was the small buck that was in the yard. So, and he looked to be like half the size of this other deer, of this other reindeer that we keep seeing. And I mean, and he's a smart deer too. He'll lurk around, like, you know, back there in the back of the yard. Like, just because we have a night light in our yard, like a street lamp night, just because it's super duper dark in our area, in our yard at night. And then, so he's pretty smart. He'll hang back right at the edge of that light line out through the field there. And then he just kind of loafs around back behind that, so like, here's your yard. You got the pole is here, and so the light, you know, shines, and he's off. You can see him, because we have like because when we take the dog out, we'll take out the flashlight that'll shoot, you know, we have a 2-acre yard, and it'll go all the way around our perimeter of our yard. This flashlight reaches. So I was like, yeah, you need to, you know, I'm going to put that there. I was like, yeah, we need to take that out, because we have foxes, raccoons, groundhogs, snakes. Now, you know, there was a snake on the cement slab last night when they came home. Mom and my daughter went to get us something to eat, and they got back, and there was a snake out there. So then me and Autumn went out there with a hoe trying to kill it in the dark. We found it, and it scurried off. So hopefully he's not making a home around our back door area in the flower bed. That's all I'm hoping. So I like that. I like that a bit, and I hope them stay on there. I was thinking about putting a red one right here. Yep, I like that. Okay. I think that's about all I'm going to put on there. Because, you know, even though I was trying not to cover up the tree, I think I've pretty much done that. Oh, I like that a lot, y'all. That is so pretty. I love it. Yep, I like that a lot. Because there's I think there's going to be like 12 pages in here. So I didn't want too bulky of a journal, you know, where it would be like, you know, just plum gathered mouth. So, but like I said, I didn't have any ephemera built up towards fall journals. So, and then I did go back through and do, you know, the kit pieces and do all of those and decorated those up and all of that. So those are the pieces that I'm going to deem to go in that one. And then I'll show you real quick and clean this up real fast, because I'm going to show you the journal pages that goes with that set of like the frou-frou, I'm calling it, with the floral bits and that. So I picked out, you know, like brown, and this is kind of like a greenish gray on the back side. And I've had these papers forever, and that's another reason why I chose the old paper lady, because I have, you know, scrapbook pages back for, you know, decades. And then seeing this is a green with a brown on that. And those are my color pages that I was going to add in to my journal bit. So see, you have like the different shades of the fall colors. So then this is going to be the front of it. And then all of these, I printed the coffee stain paper on the back. And I think it's going to be quite pretty. So you have plenty of writing room in this. So that will be really pretty. And then, so I'm going to take these and, you know, put them in between here. Now this one is the one, I kind of want this one in the middle. But I think that, remember the green pieces that we did? I was wondering if that green would clash with that. I actually like that. I think that's going to be okay. Well, that's not the piece that goes with that, but this one is. I think that's actually going to be okay with that. Do y'all think so? I think that'll be fine in there. Now, where did I want that one to go? See, I done forgot. No, I didn't forget. I moved it. That's what I did, because I'm a dummy. Yeah, these here, it's going in this, right? Is that what we said? Yeah, it's going in these here. Nope, that's the same one. And there's that one. So then these here, I was going to use these as some tucks in the journal. Just, you know, little side page tucks. I've got a little bird on it, and that bird is in this paper pack here. And then I got a big journal card bit here that we made to go in this. And I was thinking it was this one, but I can't remember. Yep. Is that the same paper? Yeah, that's the same paper. Well, we won't use that bit then, will we? I think this is the one that we made to go in there. So see, that's what I'm thinking for that double page bit there. So I think I'm going to put the green one in the middle, you know, facing out. That's what I wanted to see, if that green was going to be a hindrance to that. So that'll go there, and then that'll be brown on that side, and we can decorate both sides of that. Or you can just use it to write on. That's one. I think it was, I was going to skip 2 pages and put a colored page in. I think was what I was wanting to do. See, you can't really write on the brown unless you use a dark pen, but you can write on the greenish gray. This was my thinking. And I'm going to put that right there, just because of that yellow bit. So I'm orange. Let's fade this out a little bit. Yeah, I think I like that. Okay, so that's the pages and the cover for that one. And that one's ready to go. So we just got to sew our signatures in. So let's fix this one up and get this glued on and fix this cover. I think these are going to be super pretty. So then I did have a actual new to me subscriber say that they would be very interested in watching the process of doing the altered book. So I hope everybody else is going to be okay with that as well, because that's what I'm going to go into working on next, is my altered book. And I'm thinking about whatever floral pieces that I do not use in these journals, I'll save those to go in my altered book, because that is, I want to use the floral pieces out of the kit and the floral packs for that. So I hope that's fine with everybody. I know, so what I'm thinking about doing is I'm going to go through and, you know, pull the pages and glue the pages and like the tucks, the folds, the, you know, the pockets and all that bit. And then we'll decorate. Now if I, you know, we'll go through and decorate with the floral papers. And then we'll take and make up our goodness, why can't I talk? The words. I can't talk because I'm hoarse, but the words are just not, you know. We'll make up what ephemera bits that we need after we see, you know, how many tuck spots and that we need. Because we're going to have to make ephemera bits that's, you know, a little bit different size than what we're used to. I'm going to, you know, because I've got a book picked that's kind of pretty much the, as closest that I could get to the journal sizes that we use, which are, you know, our regular 8.5 by 11 pages. But now these floral papers are printed 11 by 8.5, so that's why I said I was going to save them to go in the altered book, just because of the direction that they are made and printed. It would be easier to do an altered book with those. And it would be super pretty. Now these here, I do have, if needed, I do have lace that I could put pockets on this if it needs to calm this down. These leaf papers on the inside. And I'm kind of doing this a little more towards the middle because, you know, I don't want to cover that up, but I don't want it to be, you know, a big gap there either. Because I think if I cover that up, it's going to be a little bit harder to get my signature sewed in through those layers. But now, mind you, now we have sewn signatures in through 2 of these envelopes and 2 layers of fabric. And I've sewed through 2 layers of burlap when I made the bee journal back in the earlier days of the channel, you know. But yeah, Just take her time, get it done. I need to get a drink right quick. Sorry, I bumped you with my kneecap. But yeah, so when I was at the hospital, they did all kinds of blood work on me. They put me on the EKG machine and all this and that because, you know, I complained of tightness in my chest, and, you know, my heart rate, or matched my blood pressure when I got there, because I walked up the steps and I couldn't breathe, was like 186 over 116, and that was at check-in. And she's like, your blood pressure's slightly elevated. I'm like, yeah, I just walked up a flight of steps and can't breathe. I mean, of course it's going to be elevated. I mean, come on, lady. And then, so then when they got me back there, so like, mind you now, I walked down this huge hallway. Oh no, ambulances. There's been a lot of ambulances going out past the house this evening, which it's raining here, and we're under flash flood watch again. You know, like we need any more rain around here. But, so I don't know. And it's foggy as it can be. You know, and like I said, the deers are in rut mating season. Most of the time when it's this foggy, deers lay down. But, you know, there has been known, you know, to just hop off a bank on top of your car out through here. So that's kind of, you know, like I told my girls, they were, the youngest one's going to the oldest one's apartment, who lives in a different town than us, which, you know, is like 15 minutes away. She lives in Pilot. And then I sent them out, you know, the text that, hey, it's supposed to be, you know, raining and foggy and all this and that. So, and when I sat down to do this video, it was 11 o'clock, and she still wasn't home yet. And I mean, you know, I don't care. They're still my babies. They're 21, 25, you know, they're my kids. I'm going to be the mama and be like, hey, you know, you need to get your butt home. It's not the weather to be out on the road tonight. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, that's just all there is to it. That's my mamaness. You need to get home. Or, you know, at least, you know, I do give them a heads up, you know, bad weather and that, and send them the screenshots of the stuff. Now, I've switched my chair out today because that stool was hurting my back and my legs. And so now that I'm in the video, I got it to get me a drink, and I moved the chair, and I've been sitting here probably since about 6:30 or so this evening, working on stuff and getting it done so I could, you know, kind of not drag it out any more than I had to be honest. Because I just felt like, you know, and what I'd done in this evening would have probably been 2 to 3 videos worth of stuff had I filmed it and, you know, done an hour-long video and filmed what I did and this and that. But I was like, I'm not filming it. I'm going to get this stuff done, decorate the journal covers, get that to the point where I can decorate it, and then explain and apologize to my people about where I've been at. And I know you all understand, because you know, I've been sick off and on now for three weeks. And I kept saying it's just not going away. So, but they gave me that steroid shot in the hospital, and the breathing nebulizer treatment while I was in the hospital. And I tell you what, I have never had so much phlegm come up than I did after I got done with that breathing treatment, that nebulizer breathing treatment, where they put the mask over your face with the liquid in that. And I tell you what, that stuff worked. It helped me a lot. So, and then of course, you know, like I said, we got the sirens going. We got the Snoop the guard dog in here. I hope y'all don't mind that. And he knows something's going on and outside with the deers. The deers are running wild in the yard this evening because we had a box of apples that my daddy brought us, and where I've been sick, I haven't been able to go out and just throw them out in the yard every evening. Usually throw out 4 or 5. So we got mama deer and a few baby deers, and then, you know, we got the big old super duper buck, and then we've got, you know, the little buck and some does and that. I mean, really, you can stand here and there's like a herd of deer that will come out walking from the woods down below us. Probably 2 or 3 times a day, just walking through the field. And they come and lay in this other field over here beside of our house. And I don't know what's going on with the neighbors. They got people coming in and out. But, you know, it's Friday night, so. I sound old, don't I? I don't know what's going on with these neighbors over here. And I pick on my mama about being a nosy neighbor, because she will literally stand in our living room now with the blind wide open, and you can full on see in the house with the lights on, and stand there with her binoculars and look across the road and to see what these new neighbors are up to. I'm like, Mama, you're gonna get shot. Well, it's my house. They just renting. I was like, you know, people work at different times of the day and night. You know what I'm saying? So it's just funny. But yeah, she sure will. She'll stand there with her binoculars and just stare across the road. And I'm like, what are you doing? I'm seeing what they up to. They in and out over there a lot. I'm like, well, you know, maybe they're coming in and out, going to work, or having to go to the grocery store, or, you know, just daily routine business, you know, leave them alone. They shouldn't be going in and out that much. It's late. It's 10 o'clock, Mama. I mean, I just got home myself. You know what I'm saying? It's 10 o'clock. But yeah, this is funny. I don't know, there's just a kind of an eeriness feeling around the area tonight. I guess it's where it's raining, it's foggy and that, and just feels funny, feels different. I don't know how to explain it other than that. Just something feels off. And that dog, that's Swinny. Autumn left this evening to go to her sister Jordy's, which is my older daughter, and Autumn's the baby. So she worked today, and she got up and took Snoop out and that, because she, you know, wasn't feeling good, and I really can't handle him that good when I'm hurting, you know, because I'm right-handed. And so I have to hang on to him with both hands, you know, as my right hand don't squeeze that good. So I hang on to this one and double it up with that one. Because he's a big dog. And if something's in the yard, I mean, you know, he'll jerk you down. He don't care. And because he thinks he's protecting you. And he'll back you up, like get in front of you and herd you back to the house. And so she got him up and took him out now, and then come home from work. And fed him and took him out, and so he's been out in the house running loose this evening, you know, just had to run to the house pretty much. And he stood in there and barked at my mama, because he likes watching the NASCAR race. You know, Mama watches the race, and she'll watch the news, and she'll watch the race, and then she'll watch the news. Well, she flipped that TV, and Snoop was not having it. He wanted it back on the race. Well, then the race went off, you know, and so she flipped it off the race, was watching something else, watching the news, and he was in there just barking at her, having a fit. Then she got her a hot dog and ate it, and he barked at her the whole time over that. He's just been raising sand this evening. Because, you know, that's just what he does. And pretty much basically all it was he wanted somebody to play with him. So she gets out here playing with this squeaky toy and a bone and everything else, a chew bone. And he's laid down out there in the hallway and just rolled all over the hallway having a ball. So he's had himself a good old time this evening. So he normally, about 11:30 or so, thinks he's supposed to get a good boy night bone to go to bed, which is one of those feel bones, like the peanut butter feel bones, or the, I think we have peanut butter and yogurt feel bones, the bacon bones, the big ones. So that's what we put him to bed with. So I'm pretty sure it's probably getting about time for him. I think he's supposed to be getting his night bone, his good boy night bone. I think that is going to be pretty. I was wondering, do I need to come down here? I don't know. I gotta get these apart. So that's what's been going on our neck of the woods. And so when Autumn left, boy, he showed himself. He pitched a fit. He's raising Santa. Mama is running here barking at my door with my gate, because I got my gate up. So because he likes to come here and jump on my bed and sniff my craft table and take off with my lace, you know. He'll come get all that stuff, try to run off down the hall with it. So we got the kitty gates up, use them as guard dog gates. We had the wood ones, and where he would stand up on them, he broke a couple of them, which now the ones on Autumn's doorway, he didn't mess with that much, but the ones going in Mama's room, he'd take it, pick it up with his mouth, and throw it at her. And then stand there on the outside of it, just looking at her like, look what I did. And he'd do it just to irritate her. That's what was funny about it. Because he, you know, she'd tell him, hush up, because she's, you know, because she'd turned the TV. And he's watching her TV. And he didn't want her to turn it. So then we got these metal gates where, like, you pinch it and pull it up and it swings either way. So they seem to be working pretty good. I like that too. That's a different look though, ain't it? Kind of the same, but kind of different. I like that. I think that's all of them I'm going to put on there. I thought about running it all the way down. Maybe. I think I will put them on there down to the pumpkins. And then I thought that I had some more of these. So I had some pumpkins that had like the bling on them. And I thought I had some more of them, but apparently I do not. Because I thought that's what I was going to put here. But I'm happy with it. I think that is so super pretty. Ooh, I love it. I love it, love it, love it. Now again, I got these from Hobby Lobby last year, actually, I think. I want that to come down a little bit more right there. Make that even with that. And I'll probably put another one up here. Yeah, I'm going to put another one of these right here up there. Just to fill in that little gap right there. Then I really need to clean my volcano glue jug up. Yeah, there we go. But yeah, that was my idea there that I wanted to do. And I think that's going to be super pretty. Oops, that one moved a little bit. Well, that's fine because it needed to move. That was way down too far. There we go. I like like that a lot, y'all. I think that's it. So that is that cover. So now I need to put these in here, but I'm gonna have to get me a zipper bag. That'll be a hot mess. And I think I lost one. There it is. So that's gonna be a mess. Yeah. This ain't draining down good. There we go. Okay. So now I'm going to show you the papers that I chose to go in this one with all of these papers here. Alright, so you know I did the brown with the green on the back, the yellow, and this is the red, orange, and then I did this sheet with polka dots, but it has like a green in it. So that's the color sheets for this one and the thing. So then, oh, that's the exact same thing that is on the front end of it. That's fine. I'm fine with that. Ooh, let's switch it and put the house on there. There we go. We'll put the house in the front. Then we got coffee. And again, I just did the coffee splatter on the back of these. And see, and this is why I was trying to put some of the blue-green in it, because of the leaves here. And then there's a sweater in this one. The other one didn't have a sweater picture. Now, actually, it had a bunch of the sweater cut apart fussy cuts, but this was the only page that had a sweater throughout the whole kit. I was like, oh, I was looking forward to having more of that. And I did like it that it had apples, because I did have things that had, you know, the apple for the harvest time. And then that one. So, I didn't really dedicate, you know, a middle to this. So, I think I'm going to do the green again in the middle. And then I may take these here, because this would look really pretty in that. Let's see, that's got the greens and the fussy bit floral things. It'll kind of go with that one if I need it. But these, I was thinking about just taking and making big journal cards and putting on that if I need it. Alright, so now let's go through these color bits. See where we want them. I like that green with that. I think would be pretty. So you'd have the brown here and have the green with that. And that would match both pages, I think. And again, these double-sided pieces, I could not tell you where I got them from. I mean, I've had this stuff for who knows how long. I think that'll be pretty with that. And I think this yellow would be okay in there, maybe. And I'm going to put the orange one there with the pumpkin. So I think that'll be a good little mix, you know, of some extra journaling spots with the colors that match for the season. I think that'll be nice. So that's our two journal covers, our journals with our pages aligned how we want them. And because that was the video where I went through those papers. I mean, I pulled the drawer down here and went through, and I was like, oh, that'd be perfect for fall, you know, with the colors and that, and picked them out. And that was the video I thought I was shooting when I got knocked off from having emergency alerts that one day. So that's the one. And then I tried to put more pumpkin-y type things in this one because I knew I was going to use the pumpkin place cards as my tuck spots. So that's our journals and our ephemera bits for that. So whatever we don't use of these floral bits and tags and things, I'll save. Now I do want, because this was made especially for this, which I may have enough now that I did the other stuff that came with the kit. I may have enough to where I don't have to use them. So that's our 2 kits, and that is done. So like I said, I do have this picked out. So what I would do is it would just tie around the front of it and a bow on the side and just loop it through where we sew the signatures in. So on the next video, which is, what is this? This is going to be Saturdays, right? Yeah. So on the next video, I think what I'll do is I'll get my signatures sewed in. And then, let's see, I have bits and pieces in here, that bigger pieces that are journal cards and can be tags and pockets and such. And then this is pretty much all the scrap that I have left. So if we need to, that's why I was, you know, trying to save all the big pieces that I could. So then I was like, well, I got my I'm just putting these in here for now. So I got collage sheets made that if we need some more pieces, we can do that and we'll be fine. So I'm just going to put this in here for now. And then I did take those little, so they're toothpicks that went in cupcake toppers. And I was like, well, I could use that to decorate a few things if I wanted to. So we got those bits. And then we should be ready to sew the signatures in now. I'll do that tomorrow, shoot a video of that, sewing the signatures in, and possibly go through and just place where we're going to put our stuff, but not glue it in. And then we'll go back to having, I'll do my Merry Monday video tomorrow evening for Monday. I haven't got my work schedule yet for next week. I think he's just waiting to see if I'm able to come back Monday, because the doctor's like, well, you know, the first one we gave you, you didn't use it. You went to work anyways. I was like, yeah, I did. And he's like, well, now here you are again 3 weeks later, still got the same stuff. So, you know, you're going to use this one or we're going to put you in hospital, basically. So I didn't really kind of have a choice this time. So that's what happened with that. And I still do have some more bits here, but these can go in this other kit for my grandbabies, what I was saving them for. So, because it matches those things. Let's put that up. Well, thank you all so much for putting up with me and coming along. I think these are going to be beautiful fall journals, like, because it's not my color scheme, you know. I mean, I love the colors for fall. I do. I love the orange, the greens, the reds, and if you throw in some blues and some teal in it, hush up, honey. You know, and I love like this. This is here, love it, love it, love it. And so I was like, yeah, buddy. So love that. I'm wanting to go back and buy me about 3 or 4 more of these kits, to tell you the truth. That is a beautiful kit. But yeah, so we'll just have us a little decorating section. Sew the signatures in, pick out where we're gonna put our pockets and the taggy bits in tomorrow's video. Shouldn't be too much trouble. But again, thank you all so much for the prayers, the hugs for my, you know, well-being and getting better. And, yeah, keep everybody in in this hurricane situation in your thoughts and prayers. And thanks so much for anyone that has donated or said a prayer or give a thought. And we do greatly appreciate it. We are going to get off here for tonight. I'm going to take my last dose of prednisone for today and see if I can lay down, because I'm tired, but I know as soon as I take it, about an hour from now, I'll just be wide awake. So I may wind up going ahead and trying to get my papers folded and sew the signatures in tonight. I don't know. I'm just going to see right now what I feel like doing. But we'll get that going tomorrow, y'all. So thank you so much. I gotta stand up so I can turn my camera off because my chair's sunken in the floor. I know I had that stool. I should have switched it out, but I was comfortable in my chair and I didn't. Thank y'all. Y'all have a good night.